Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jonathan Bailey here, and today I want to talk about 40 different ways you're able to generate leads. Now, I decided to do these webinars here for the next 15 days. So each day is going to be a different webinar. So today I'm talking about 40 different ways to generate leads. Tomorrow I'm talking to how to build rapport without talking to anybody. So each day is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do it at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the next 15 days until April 6th. Now, one of the reasons why I started doing this is because I started realizing a lot of people, when they came into this industry online, they didn't know what to do. There's a lot of information that is either going to make you confused or going to make you quit. And so what I decided to do is take the 5 major problems that every company is having. It doesn't matter what type of company you're in, and I condensed it, and then I'm expanding on those. So like the 5 major problem is how to not talk to your friends or how to not harass your friends and family, how to get team duplication, how to upsell, how to close somebody over the phone, and how to generate leads to your blog or to your website or to your capture page. Those are the 5 major problems. And I decided to take what I know after spending $12,000 on personal development and mentors and leadership roles and give you this information all for free. So what I would like for you guys to do is sit tight, put away your credit cards. I'm going to go ahead and give you nothing but value right now. So let's go ahead and start. I do see people are coming on right now. If you're watching this on the replay, I want to say I appreciate you guys taking your time out of your busy schedule to actually watch what I have to say. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you how to generate or give you 40 different ways to generate leads. Let's go ahead and start now. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. Right now, you should have something in front of you that is a little orange. It says 40 different ways to generate leads. It's by me, Jonathan Bailey. If you want to go ahead and contact me, you can go ahead and go to my Facebook at facebook.com/John Bailey Going Places. You can Skype me at jonathan.bailey793. And I am also going to go ahead and give you my free ebook. It is $97. And you need to go to 10xyoursuccess.com. It's called 10 Ways to Jumpstart Your Mind for Success. It's something I put together that I think is very valuable and what is missing. Those are the books and the audios that has really helped me to get to where I'm at today. So let's go ahead and jump into this presentation here. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Seattle, just south of Seattle, Washington, in a small little town called Spanaway. Not a lot of people have heard about it, so I just tell everybody Tacoma because it's literally like 20 minutes away from where I grew up. So I just say I'm from Tacoma. At a young age, I wanted to be my own boss because I kept on seeing my dad come in from work after working 12, 14-hour days, and he wasn't angry about it, but he was just so tired. You can tell that just life just really got to him sometimes. I mean, I come from a family of 12. We lived in a 4-bedroom house, 1.5 bath, and my dad was the only one working. And so it was very difficult for him to come home and decompress with 10 other people at the house, 11 other people at the house. And so I didn't want that for myself. And so I made it a point in my mind that I wanted to work for myself and find something that is very easy and capable of earning income while I'm not like stressing out at work and at home. And so going through junior high and high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so my godmother made me, yes, she made me get my certified nursing assistant license. And after high school, that's what I was doing for 10 years. And then in 2010, I got into a car accident, and so I couldn't no longer be a certified nurse assistant. And so I became a medical billing specialist for the next 5 years. During this 5 years, I started a t-shirt company while still working. 2012, and I was not in the right mindset. I didn't have the mentoring or the knowledge of really understanding how to build a company, how to run a company. And so within 90 days, it just fell flat on its face. And the name of the company was called Bearware UT. There's some pictures on my Facebook if you scroll farther enough, down to really see that. And in 2014, I started coming out of that phase because my pride and my ego was hurt a lot, because of it. I thought I was going to be a millionaire just based off of that, and it really didn't happen. And so I really got hurt. And so in 2014, I started, looking online, looking into different companies to invest in, and I didn't really find anything. At that time, I lived in Utah, and if you know anything about Utah, then you know that it sits in a desert, and it sits kind of like in a bowl, so we get really bad pollution, sometimes worse than LA and California. And so I started looking to invest, and I was looking into ice chips, ice cream, anything that I can, generate income from, and I just didn't find anything that I really liked. And then around 2015, I was going through my local newspaper online in the classified ads, and I just happened to respond to somebody, and they were like, "Do you want to make money online for $1?" And I was like, "Sure, why not? I got $1." And so that was really start of my career. Lo and behold, 15 months later, it brought me to where I'm at today. And so I just want to say thank you to my sponsor, John, who really helped me to get to where I'm at today. So, so just some of the things that I have accomplished. I've generated up to 124 leads in over a 3-day span. That's very good because a lot of people have a hard time even generating 5 leads a day. But I was able to generate 124 leads in over a 3-day period. I've had over $250 days. It's crazy to think like that is really good, but it really is, because the average income over all of online home-based businesses, multi-level marketing, internet marketing, online marketing, the average income that people do not make, or I should say the 1% make, is only $400 residual income. And I've had that several times, $250 days. Every 90 days, I travel to a different location. I just, well, in October, I traveled to Orlando, Florida, and was there for 7 days for a mastermind retreat. And then I was in Vegas. Then I went to the Gaylord Opry in Nashville, Tennessee. And now I'm headed to the Dominican Republic for a leadership retreat at the end of April 2016. So I'm really excited that I was able to do this because of an industry like this. And I had up to 3 sales in one day. And the best part is I was away from my computer, which made these even better. I didn't have to sit there and constantly, watch out for stuff. I was away. I remember the first time that I got a sale away from my computer, I was sitting in my kitchen cleaning it, listening to music, and I get a notification that says, "You've just been paid." And it just made me the happiest person in the world. And that really solidified me of, you know what, I can do this. I can get paid not being at my computer or not working or being away with my family and still having it in, but I need to learn how to automate it. And so I started learning how to automate systems that I was able to get paid and actually not be in front of it. I spent over $12,000 on personal development in the last 15 months. Now, you're probably looking at that number like, there's no way. No, that is a true number right there. I spent that because I know for my business to grow, I need to grow as an individual, as a person, and I need to expand my mind into ways that I never thought in the environment that I was in before. So I'm more than happy to spend money to better myself. And those are just some of the things that I'm willing to do to take my business and my company and my team to that next level. I've learned how to recruit without ever being rejected. and I am going to do a presentation on this, one of these within the next 15 days. So you want to pay attention and get on my email list, because once I learned this, talking to people became such an ease. It's really easy how to do that, you know. And not to mention that being in business by myself, but not by myself, or being in business for myself, but not by myself. This is really important, because when I had my t-shirt company, I wanted my hands in everything. I wanted my hands in the marketing and the picking the people and who would represent me and all of these things. And I didn't let other people opinion try to take me to that next level. I was really closed-minded. I shut everybody down. I had one vision, and that was the only vision. I wasn't open to any other suggestions, and within 90 days I failed. So don't be like me. Be open to other people's stuff, because you never know what you can learn, and it's one of the best things. And now, since I've been able to open myself and really enjoy who I've become, I am now part of a team. It's called Prosperity Pipeline. That is our goal as a collective, is to free 100 families a year. Now that is something major. Now when I mean free from debt, free from your job, free from those people that are suppressing you into being something that you're not. So whatever that may be to you, to be free, to be out there, to do exactly what you want to do, whenever you want to do, without having somebody tell you what to do, those are I'm talking about as free. So our team is actually aligned, you know, to really create 100 families, or to help 100 families a year become free. So that's just a little bit about what I have accomplished and a little bit about me. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to talk about 40 different ways to generate leads. Some of these are going to be old school. Some of these are going to be new school. So if you do have any questions here, feel free to go ahead and put it in the Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and go through these presentations, and then at the end, if we do have some time, I will go ahead and answer those questions here for you. But I will answer those questions that are related to the topic, because I don't want to take up a lot of your time, and because you do have other things to do as well as myself. So I definitely want to go ahead and answer all of your questions, but as long as it's related to the topic, I will be more than happy to go ahead and answer it. So let's go ahead and jump into the first one. So the first one that you want to do when you want to create leads is to give something away for free. It's like a give and a take type of aspect. So you want to do anything from an ebook, from a PDF, how-to strategies, and I spelled strategies wrong, and I just realized that. If you really want to place yourself in the market, you can give your coaching away or your mentor away. You can do like 30 minutes for free, or an hour for free if they join you at a certain level. So that way it entices people to really join you, and so you can help them as well. The next way to get leads is actually your warm market referrals, which is something that a lot of us don't like to do because we're so scared of getting rejected. This is actually one of the best ways to see if people are even looking for something. I mean, when I first started, my sponsor told me to talk to all of my friends and family, and I was like, nope, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. That's because I didn't know how to, and I was afraid that I might say the wrong thing, or they might not want to talk to me again, and it was really disturbing. But you can actually talk to your warm market, and if they're not interested, you can get a referral. You can do that with your family and friends. You can do that with your Facebook friends, coworkers, your local mailman, even people at your church, and anybody you know personally is your warm market. So maybe they don't have any, or they don't want to join you. You can say, okay, that's totally fine. Do you know anybody who is looking for extra income, or is underpaid, or in a transition from their job that is looking to make additional income? Might you know anybody, and would you be comfortable enough referring that person to me? That right there is just removes you out of the way. They're not saying no to you, they're saying no to the opportunity, which is totally fine as well. And another way that you can generate leads is a header link at the top of the menu. Now, this is something that you can implement. You can put your capture page in the tab on your own website or your blog that's at home or resource or contact me or menu. You can go ahead and put that there, and that will capture it when somebody clicks on it. So that is also really good as well if that's the route that you're looking to go. Another one is called the floating opt-in form. Now let's say that pretend that this picture right here is your website and somebody just logged onto your website. What a floating opt-in is, that automatically you will have something that pops up that just says, hey, enter your information real quick, and then you're able to proceed. That's another way for you to capture somebody's lead, is to do that right there. A lot of people sometimes will have it on the right-hand side or in the middle of the page before they scroll down. You're going to see a lot of, here, put your information in here and we'll give you something free. I mean, just like I said on the first slide, is that a lot of successful people, actually all of them, give something away for free in order for the people to give them their email address. Another one that a lot of people who are very analytical, that want to take their business to the next level, that are really statistic-wise type of a person, this is what they will use, which is called heat map. This will show you where people are clicking on your blog and on your website. So if you look in the background, you can see it's google.com, and the red is actually where people click on it. The blue is where people don't click. So if you saw this and you're an analytical person, you want to place all of your opportunities or your links right there where the red is, in everything on here. So that way, when people click on it, you know it's hot. You know a lot of people are going to click in that area, and you can capture their information without really going overboard. But I do want to take a little drink here real quick, so I do apologize. And the second thing, or not the second thing, but the next thing you want to have is clickable images. This is very important when you are sending out to your email list or when you're putting it on a blog post. Like this picture is a picture of a is a kitchen of a $2.7 million house in Sammamish, Washington. Every Sunday I like to go see $1 million homes, and I like to be in that vibration and just see what I'm able to get for $1 million, $2 million, $4 million, $10 million, So I really wanted to be in that vibration, and I thought this was really cool because this is an old school that wood oven that got converted into a gas right there. And so what I did when I sent this out to my list, I just tagged a YouTube video that I did while I was there along with this picture, so that way all they have to do is just click one time and then they're done. And so that's one of the good things that you can do, is you can redirect them to anywhere you want. You can do a capture page for your opportunity. You can do a YouTube video. You can do a blog. You can do a funny video. I mean, you can do anything pretty much. But by having that right there, having a clickable image, it really helps my click-through rate, where my list doesn't have to click as much as they would need. And so the next way to generate a lead is by it's called the welcome gate. And this is something that as soon as you come onto the page, it's like a thank you for showing up here. I appreciate you. And a lot of people actually have them on their Twitter, their Facebook, and their blog, any social account. You can find it on websites. A good one is Forbes. Sometimes they will have like, hey, thanks for coming, or welcome. You should put your information here for more information. But you should really think about that. It's just another way of collecting some leads. Another one is business cards on cork boards. Now, I probably have the wrong cork. I think it should be C-O-R-K, but that's okay though. I'm human. I make mistakes just like you. But it's all right though. We're just gonna move on. So this is what I was talking about, is you can go to any place really. You can go to your local car wash, your dive bars, your massage parlors, your grocery stores, gas stations, mom and pops, restaurants. You can go there and actually take these cards or take a picture of the cards and actually follow up with these people. These right here are hot leads because people are looking for to make, a lot of those cards are commission based. And if you're an online marketer, that's what your commission based as well. So by going there and calling them and asking them, hey, do you keep your options open, or can we network? Or maybe one of these people don't have a blog site and you have a blog opportunity that you can say, hey, you know, I noticed that you don't have a blog site and I have a blog site. How about we work together? I can help you set it up, help you get it out there in SEO, you know, and do all these other things. So now you're networking and you're giving your opportunities. And a lot of people have referrals to other companies that are like theirs. And so that's a good way of actually doing it, is going to one of these places and getting on a cork board. Another way is do a giveaway contest. Back, I would say about 6-8 months ago, I was with my team, and you know, he said, put your information in here, and whoever name I picked, you know, wins 25 bucks. And so I won it, which was really cool. And so I won random 25 bucks just because I gave somebody my information. So you can do it for money. You can do it for ninja knives. I mean, I love anything martial arts, so that's why I put it in there. I mean, you can give away a gift card. You can order it on Amazon and ship it to that person. Or, you know, if you really want to, you can give your free hour of your coaching, or 30 minutes or 15 minutes that, you know, that you will take a look at somebody's, you know, information and say, you need to change this, this, and this. You know, so this is just another way for you to generate leads. Another way is called banner images. And banner images is something like this, where it has a call to action, where it says order now, and it has Monday through Thursday only, which is giving you an urgency to, oh my gosh, I need to go do it right now. And it's giving you a low price because it's telling you that I can afford $6.55. Now, if it was $9.99, your brain still thinks I can order, or I have 10 bucks somewhere that I can get. And so it's really enticing you to really click on the order now to order a pizza. And maybe that's well, it says carry out only. So that's another way for them to get you out of your area and to get you in their area so they can try to upsell you as well. So that's just something that I noticed, but this right here is a prime example of a banner image. It's another way for you to create leads. Another way that you can create leads is called a clickable text. Now, a lot of you guys seen this. You'll see it as a hyperlink where it's blue. I forgot to put it in blue, but it's okay. But a lot of people that are on this series registered through valuetrainingwebinars.com, which was a clickable link that shot you back to, you know, where I offered a free PDF of exactly what I'm going to go over here. You can do it on Facebook, Yahoo, Skype, CNN.com, ESPN.com. You want to have this everywhere you can as much as possible, as long as it doesn't overshadow your message, because you want your customers to click on it as much as possible, because the more often they see your opportunity the right way, the more they're inclined to actually buy from you. And so that's actually a really good idea to generate a lead, is have clickable text where it can go back to your capture page. The next thing is to generate leads is being specific lists in your autoresponder. Now, this is actually kind of cool because I am with GetResponse autoresponder, where I collect my emails, they hold it for me, and I pay them a certain amount a month. But one of the ways that you can get around it, let's say you're out and about and you don't have a capture page on you. What you can do, a lot of autoresponders do this, is they will give you an email address like jonathanbailey.gmail or getresponse.com, and when you're out and about, you tell somebody to send a message to that email address. And what GetResponse will do, it will automatically send them a message to say, hey, do you give permission for this other person to have your email? And they will say yes. And what that will do is automatically put them in your email list without you having a capture page, which I think is a really cool idea. So if you're ever out and about and you don't remember, or your capture page, just give them your email address for your autoresponder. I don't know if all of them do that, but I know a lot of them do. And so that may help you out to get around capture page. So that's just one of the ways that you're able to create a lead. Another way that you're able to generate lead is by coming up and creating a problem-solving course. Now, this is pretty much the basic of solving anybody's problem. You want to define the problem, you want to think or brainstorm the problem of what you can bring to the marketplace, pick one solution, which I tell everybody that comes on my team, pick one thing and become an expert at it and become really good at it, and then you implement it, and then you're able to review the data, review the results, and then you're able to present it. Like I'm presenting these webinars because I defined it a problem, I brainstormed on what I needed to do, I picked the solution for it, which is the webinars, and then I implementing it, which is me doing it right now, and then I'm collecting data on the back end of it as well. I mean, you want to do anything from boot camps, 3-day videos, 7-day Facebook training, you can do free membership sites, you can do 15 days webinar series like I'm doing, but as long as you're able to provide the value and solve people's problems based off the information you're giving, then it's going to be a success. And that's just one of the ways that you're able to create and generate leads. Another way is make banners clickable. And what I mean is kind of like the other one that we were talking about, is when the Pizza Hut, that's actually a clickable banner. So when you click on it, it takes you to another location. So you want to have as much clickable, like I was saying, on your website as possible. So the footer, so the bottom of the page, you want to have something that people is able to click. You want to have the right or the left side, something that people's able to click. You want the header as, you know, as somebody is able to click, and in their text. So imagine banner 1, banner 2, banner 3, a clickable in the text. So that's what you want, more or less. You want people to click on your stuff, and then you're able to track it a lot better. And that's just one of the ways that you're able to generate a lead from. Another one is network marketing events. Now, I've always been told ever since the first day I got into this industry is you need to go to events. You need to go to events. And I agree with that, because it puts you around people that are like-minded just like you are. I mean, this picture right here is Eric Worre, and I have not been to one of his events, but it's on my bucket list to go, and I'm making an intention to go to it, so I will go to it sometimes in 2016. Now, if you just think about everything that happens at an event, you're with like-minded people, you meet other people that you would not have access to if you're sitting on the other side of a computer. I mean, all these people flew in just to be around people just like you are, that want to move their business to that next level, or have that breakthrough, or just be, you know, be around that energy, because every single time that you do, you're around that energy, transfers onto you, whether it's through, you know, so going to events is really crucial in your business. If you can't go to your company events, go to a local event, go do something, but go to an event that will help you, and you're able to exchange numbers. So that's just one of the ways that you're able to generate leads, is by going to a networking marketing event. Next one that you're able to do, I haven't seen a lot of people do this, but the more I look into LinkedIn, the more I like it, because it is like, it's amazing, because there's not a lot of tire kickers. And what I mean by that, there's not a lot of people that say, yeah, I want to make money, and then email you to say, oh, I don't have any money to even go in 45 bucks. I mean, these are the people on here that has already have an established career or a job that's just looking for something different. There's a lot of people on LinkedIn who are executive positions and management, and, you know, people that want to change their lives but don't want to work more than, you know, a couple hours a day. And so by finding them through LinkedIn is one way that you're able to do it. All of their information is already verified by LinkedIn, so that really helps cut out fake emails, fake telephone numbers, fake names, and things like that. I mean, I have a LinkedIn profile, And I get requests from somebody that I know fourth down the line. I mean, like a friend knows that person, then another friend, and then another friend, and then that friend contacts me. And so they're really, referral is really friendly. And a lot of them already on LinkedIn have jobs currently. And so this is a good way for you to actually find leads, is by going to your LinkedIn and really filling it out and start conversating on there as well. And that's just one of the ways that you're able to generate leads, is through LinkedIn. Another way is called drop card marketing. This is more of an old school marketing, but you can still use it. I've heard many stories where a lot of people have done this and it has worked. So the whole premise of this is to make your card, your business card, look like money. So when you walk down the street, you drop it, and other people who think that's money, because that's what they're going to see is $100 automatically, they're going to pick it up, and then they're going to realize it's not $100. But when they turn it over, they're going to see your information. I mean, I've heard stories that people go to Barnes and Nobles and bookstores and libraries, and they will actually insert fake $100 bills like this into certain books. Like if you're talking about personal development, then they will input it in authors that people buy that have personal development in it, or networking, or IT, or nature books, or whatever your niche is. I mean, I've heard people do that. And you can do it with social media books. Everybody's trying to learn how to make it on social media, so you can place them in there, and it can really work to your benefit as well. So that's just another way for you to generate leads, is by drop card marketing. Another one is called exit pop. And this is when you leave somebody's website. So let's say you go to Amazon.com and you go through there, you're looking, you didn't find what you are looking for, and then all of a sudden you move your mouse up to the top to click it, and all of a sudden this thing pops up and says, hey, I have a step-by-step guide to create more traffic. Is that something you'd be interested in? And you can say yes or no, and click out of that, and then you would have to click out of Amazon to really get out of it. But this is one way that a lot of people have discovered of capturing leads, is by having a pop-up on your screen, which would really help you. So that's just one of the ways that I've learned that you can generate leads. Another one is by hosting a value-based webinar. Now, a value-based webinar is not something that you just have people come together and you talk about your life, and you talk about your dog, and you talk about your gerbil, and you talk about the weather. You need to give value-based webinars like this webinar right here, because I'm solving people's problems. There is a shortage, and not a lot of people know how to generate leads, and so I'm giving 40 different ways to generate leads. So this is a value-based webinar. There's a lot of systems out there that you can create value-based webinar off of. You can go to Meeting. My personally favorite is Zoom and Google Hangout, because they're very easy to use. Some systems out there are going to make you pay for that, but it's only, it can be somewhere in up $15 or free, depending on the package you get. But if you're trying to bring everybody together as a collective and to give value, you might want to look into the pay option, because it might be well for you. But it's really up to you. Google Hangouts, you're only allowed to have 9 on a panel. Then anybody else get kicked off, and they have to go to the YouTube live stream. So I just wanted to send a shout out to everybody who is watching this live on YouTube right now. I appreciate you. Anybody who is watching this on Google Hangout, I appreciate you guys as well. So I just wanted to say that here. And another way for you to generate leads is by sending a survey out. You can put it pretty much anywhere. If you have a email list, and it doesn't have to be big. It can be a couple hundred. It can be 50. It can be 10,000. Whatever the case may be. But you can send a survey out to really understand what your list is looking for. If they have problems generating income, or they have problems upselling, or they have a problem being scared of rejection, that will all let you know exactly what you need to focus on as a leader in this industry so you can solve people problems, because you never get paid unless you solve somebody's problem. And that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you ask people what their problem is so you can solve it. And one of the ways that you can ask them, let's say somebody's already been in the industry. You can ask them if they have a marketing advertisement budget. If not, then you know that you need to find something that can give them quick commissions, or that your opportunity serves their problem. And that's just a good way to kind of understand how people talk, is just kind of checking it out to see if your opportunity solves their problems. If it doesn't solve the problems and you're just spamming people, that's not good whatsoever. You know, and another way for you to generate leads is through paid traffic. Paid traffic is a great way if you're looking to scale your business quickly. Now, free strategies do work, because that's how I came into this industry, is through a free strategy in my local classified ad for the newspaper for KSL.com. But if you really want to scale it up and you don't want to waste time, you just want to start making money as fast as possible, paid advertisement is the way to go. There's a couple things that you can do. You can do solo ads, which is I'm going to pay somebody a certain amount of money for me to send my link to their list. You can do Facebook PPC. You can do direct mailing. You can do newspaper ads. You can do media buys. That's like buying a slot on TV. You can do radio slots. You can do YouTube PPC, which is paid per click on YouTube. So there's several ways for you to really, you know, scale your business up. And this is just one of the ways that you're able to generate leads, is through paid traffic. Another way for it is just plain and simple. Just ask for the email. I mean, we exchange numbers constantly with our friends, with our families, with coworkers. So why not just ask for their email? He's like, hey, are you open to opportunities to make money online? Yeah. Well, let me get your email and I'll go ahead and send you some information. You don't even have to send them through a capture page or squeeze page or anything like that. You can just completely ask for it, which a lot of people will just say, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. You know, because you have that one-on-one, you have that rapport, you have that you have that likableness to you. So that's just one of the ways that you can generate a lead, is just simply ask for it. Another way that you can generate leads is by going after commission-based companies. Now, commission-based companies is anything from realtors, other online marketers, shoe salesmen and saleswomen actually are commission-based. Contractors, car dealerships. I mean, all of these right here are good examples of commission. And since we're online, these are all things that you can target your list after, or you can target your offer after, to go after some of these people as well. And another way for you to generate a lead is by a toll booth. Now, this is more of the old school way right here, but I've heard stories that it still works to this day. That's why I'm putting this on my top 40 ways to generate leads. And you can actually pay for the car behind you, and then you can tell the agent, say, hey, here's my business card. Why don't you give this to the next person behind me, and I'll pay for their stuff as well. You know, so that's an even it's a equivalent exchange in a way, because there's really no pressure on you. All you're doing is just, here you go, can you please do that? And I've heard stories where, you know, people have done that, and then they actually join their business and they become top earners, and they do all of this stuff for the business because that one person thought outside of the box and decided to help serve somebody the best way they can. And that's just one of the ways that you're able to generate lead, is through toll booth. Another one is through real estate catalog, is to generate a lead from. Now, this is more particular. What I'm talking about is when you see signs out in front of a store or on a lawn, or, you know, or commercial that is up for sale. This is more or less what I'm talking about. You want to look for signs and call the number on them and ask if they're looking for additional income. Realtors are commission based just like us. We know how long it takes for certain people to get into a house, and so they might go a couple of months without any income, but they're busting their butt to really try to make it. And maybe, you know, you just need to step in and say, hey, are you looking for additional income, and help them. And not to mention, like for my system, like we have a blog, and so like for me right now, I can go to that person like, hey, why don't you put houses on this blog site, and then send everybody, all of your customers, all your potential customers to this blog site, so they can see what you're selling, so they can get to know, like, and trust you. And that will build a rapport to really help you step your, you know, real estate game up. And a lot of them you can ask for referrals, like, okay, maybe you're not a perfect fit, but you know a lot of people because you're in the people business, you're in the serving people. So how about you know, maybe you might know somebody, and you can go to your local grocery store, like the clerk or something like that, and just ask them, hey, are you looking for additional money? And that's just one of the ways that you're able to create leads. Yeah, that's one of the ways that you're able to create a lead, is by going through the realtor catalog. You know, another way to create lead is by your clothing or clothes advertising. Now, I see a lot of people still do this, but it's more like the mom and pops type of businesses, or if you go to the fair, but it still works to this day. And this is a perfect example of closing advertisement. If you first look at it, you're probably thinking of Pac-Man, but then they have something underneath it, a little box that says, does it resemble Pac-Man? To me, that might look like lemon cream pie, you know? So this is a good way, and you want to make sure that if you are going to do this, you want to make sure that you ask a question, or you make people think about what they're looking at. You can do that with push pens or button pens. You can do that with hats, hoodies, t-shirts, but whatever it is, you want to make people look at it and think twice before they answer. So that way it engages them into whatever that you're going to say next out of your mouth. So this is a good example of how to create a lead just by placing a picture on something that you wear outside. So this is a good way to create a lead. So another way to create a lead is called magnet sign. And this is something that, this is more, you're going to see a lot of this stuff more when it comes to churches, more when it comes to bitter women who has gone through a lot. I'm not saying all of it, but I've seen men do it as well, but women tend to do it more. And that is taking something that is familiar and then placing your stuff underneath it. So let's take this. We all know McDonald's. They're everywhere in the world. But instead of having a McDonald's thing saying come in, they're like, attention homeowners, I pay cash for houses and can close in 7 days. So let's just say if a person caught their spouse cheating on somebody, they would take this sign and they would say, hey, my husband or wife just cheated on me, the house is up for sales, everything $1. You know, so that's more like a bagnet sign. Is, you know, people who do this right here are looking for a commission base. They need fast money. They need to network as fast as possible. And a lot of people always are together that are in the same vibration, the same mindset. So this is a good way for you to create leads, is finding something like this and, you know, just calling and say, hey, are you open to it? Or maybe that person that's trying to sell everything, go over there and say, hey, what do you have to sell? You know, so there's many ways that you can create a lead, and this is just one of them. So the next thing that you can do to create a lead is paint your car windows and have a car magnet. And you can have this something like this. One of the great things about this is it really is going to get you to think about your business within a couple sentences. Because when people drive by this or they look at it, people don't want to read more than a couple seconds. And so you're going to have your your logo out there. You're gonna have to have exactly what you mean, exactly what your business is, very quickly, and a telephone or a website number. So that's really good. And the best part about it is it's all a tax write-off. And so it really helps you to understand how many people actually see this and actually will call your office or go to your website because you just did this right here. And this is just another way for you to generate a lead. Another one is actually going to charity events. And charity events is something that a lot of people do to give back to their community. Pretty much everything that we ever do and in business is about serving somebody that has a problem. And so one of the ways that if you generated, some money, or you have things and you want to donate it to give back, charity events is another way that you can do that. And you're with like-minded people and you're networking, because a lot of people that are there that do it go do other things. And so you might be able to say, hey, my opportunity might help this other thing, but if it wasn't for this charity event, I would have never gone over there. So you never know that you might find your next business partner, or you might find your next $1 million idea. But helping this cause is a good way to generate leads here. So this is just one of the ways that you're able to do it. Another way that you can do it is by trade booth renters. And this is something that happens everywhere in every major city that happens, is a trade show. And what this is just a lot of people coming together and selling a product. And a lot of these people that do these trades are commission based. So therefore, you never know, they might be looking for additional income. So what you can do is you can go around and gather their business card and then just call them and just start asking questions, because you want to collect data, you want to ask the right questions, and I teach all of that. And I do teach all of that. So if you do want to know the right questions to ask, the right when to say it, when not to say it, go ahead and private message me right now, because it's really going to help you in the long run if you know these certain things. So I can definitely go ahead and help you out with that. And also you can exchange contact information with those people that are there, so they can go ahead and contact you. And nothing's better than networking anyways, because you're meeting a lot of people that might help you out or could help you out in your business. So that's just another way for you to generate a lead, is by going to trade booth renters. Another way for you to generate leads is going to a car dealership. Now, we all have this stigma of, if I go to a car dealership, I'm going to get ripped off. I'm going to, not get what I want because they're only focused on themselves. But at the end of the day, they're commission based and they're doing everything they can to feed their family. And so wouldn't it be awesome if you went there and said, you know what? Yes, I see what you're doing, but what if my opportunity could help you out in the long run? And they're hungry and aggressive people, but they know the value when they see something. And so if you're able to show it to them and paint a picture of their vision and you connect it, a lot of times that they will absolutely follow you in your other opportunity while they're still working there. And a lot of times they're willing to go above and beyond for someone. So they're willing to refer you out if that's something that they're not interested in. So this is just one way of generating a lead, is by going to a car dealership. Another way is to generate leads is going to a restaurant owners and actually holding meetings or family gatherings or parties. Because once you have that connection with with restaurant owners, they're more likely to kind of see what's going on in your world, and there might be a really good fit. So one way is actually going to a restaurant owner and saying, hey, I want to throw a party here. What kind of deals can we work out? So this is just another way of generating a lead for you and your business. Another way is to generate lead is by parent-kid sporting events. The major one in the United States of America is baseball, and so that's why I have this picture. Is you're there because you're spending time with family. You're spending time with other people that worked really hard to get there. And maybe if you ask the right questions to people around you, you can kind of have some data and find something in common to see if they're even interested. And it's being at a sporting event is really helping you break the ice, because now you guys have something in common. A lot of times if you like sports, then you like other sports, so you can kind of engage to see exactly what they're doing. And you never know, you know, you might get an email or might get a telephone number that night and present your opportunity. So this is just another way of for you to generate a lead, is by going to parent or kid sporting events. Another way that you're able to generate leads is going to the doctor's office. You're probably thinking, why would a doctor want to do something online? Well, I know a lot of doctors. I spent time in masterminds with doctors, and they are tired just like us. They don't want to work 12, 14, 16-hour days. And if you ever been on to the doctor, you know they're constantly moving, constantly on their feet, and constantly dealing with a lot of stress. And so if you can just go to the doctor's office to see if they're open to the opportunity, just to see if they are, because you never know. So that's one of the ways that you can generate a lead. Another one is by the receptionist. A lot of medical doctors, clerks are called medical assistants. So you can even see if they are. And if they're not, if the doctor happened to be busy at that time, you can take a card from the counter and then call up and follow up with that. So that's just one of the ways that you're able to generate a lead, is by going to the doctor's office. Another way to generate lead is through YouTube. YouTube, as we all know, is huge. They have 1 billion searches per month. That is crazy, per month. And you're catching people at the end of their search. Let me give you an example. So if you go online and you say how to make money, I don't like to place myself in front of those people, because it's still wishy-washy. I don't know what they're trying to do. I'd rather place myself in front of somebody that says how to make money online from home, then place myself in front of that. And YouTube is really good at doing that, like filtering out a lot of stuff. And I actually teach that as well. So if you want to know how to use YouTube to benefit your opportunity, doesn't matter what opportunity it is, go ahead and contact me, and I can show you exactly what you can do to place yourself in front of opportunities, and you will, you know, be getting leads, you'll be getting sales. Can't guarantee it, but at least you will have the opportunity to place yourself amongst everybody else. And a really good people or good network marketers, they also have their email address in the description box. So you're able to take a look at it, say, okay, let me see if this person is even open to do it. Let me go look at their stuff. So this is just one way for you to generate another lead, is by using YouTube. Another way to generate lead is called small business building. Now this company is really homed in on helping small business people grow. They do anything from taxes, how to find the correct leads, how to negotiate with other business owners, how to network, how to find a lawyer, how to pull up a correct contract. So if you don't know about this and you live in the United States of America, go to www.score.org. It's just something that I've used when my first business, and I found a lot of value for it. And so I wanted to give it to you because you're with other like-minded business owners. They had a couple of seminars that I went to, and these people were making millions of dollars, but they were volunteering for this company. And I thought that was really cool. And I got really, comfortable speaking to people with a lot of money. And so it really made my business a lot easier when I talk to other people. And so this is just another way for you to create lead, is by going to score.org and just looking at that and just connecting with other network marketers or other business owners. So another way that you're able to collect leads or generate leads is through this app called meetup.com. Now this is a pretty cool app. They have a free version as well as a paid version, but you're able to really narrow down your market of exactly what you're looking for, because not everybody is our market. You want to have the like-minded people. You don't want a big group, unless they're all part of your niche market. And you can watch and you can launch products and hold meetings through this app, because it gives you the ability to have the same function as like Google Hangout. It allows you to, do all of these cool things, to talk to people, to interact with people, to set up private meetings or set up public meetings. I mean, it's a really cool thing. I met many people that I met through Meetup that I still talk to that are in business for themselves. And so it has really helped me to get that hot lead and just kind of see what's going on in my local area as well. So this is another way for you to generate a lead, is through this app. It is free for your Apple and your Android devices as well. Another way for you to generate a lead is through Craigslist and Backpage. Now, Craigslist, of course, they're very stickler on what's to be posted. If you post anything that says you income wanted or make money online, they will flag your account. But Backpage is not actually like that. They will actually allow that. So I found both of these, and I've generated leads from both of these to really help me and in my business. So I know that these two work perfectly here. So another way that you can generate leads is by using your Facebook friends. I mean, pretty much you can just go through all of your friends, all of the groups that are out there. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of groups, people that you can actually go to and say, hey, by asking the right questions, which I teach. So if you want to know those questions, go ahead and private message me, and I can really help you with that. So you'll never be rejected while you're going through it. Or you can wait till the presentation, in which I'm going to go through it here in the next couple days. But you're going to find a lot of people that have the same mindset just by the way that they're posting. So if someone posted a lot about the end of the world is coming and politics and religion, then to kind of stay away from them. So it's actually really good that you're Facebook friends and you can see all of that stuff as well. So that's just another way that you're able to generate leads, is through Facebook friends. Now, this is the end of the presentation, and I want to say I appreciate you guys. We're just under an hour, but my next presentation is tomorrow morning, March 24th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I am going to present to you how to build a rapport without talking to people. Now, this is very valuable. I have gained leads, I have gained sales without even talking to people. And I see many people on my team do this as well. And it's the coolest thing when you know the right thing to do, and you will be surprised on how much information and how much people engage with your stuff. And so definitely tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, March 24th. And the presentation I'm going to do is how to build rapport without talking to people. If you want more information about myself, you can go ahead and contact me on my Facebook at johnbaileygoingplaces.com. You can email me at valuetrainingwebinars@gmail.com. You can download my book. It is valued at $97, and I'm giving away to you for free because you're on this webinar. And I just want to say I appreciate you staying until the very end. It's called 10 Ways to Jumpstart Your Mind for Success. You can go to 10x-yoursuccess.com. Reach me on Skype at jonathan.bailey793 and get a hold of me if you have any questions about it, about whatever, about everything that I went through. Next presentation is tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. How to build rapport without talking to people. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys. And so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. I'm going to go see if there's any questions now. If you have any questions or you think about it later on tonight, go ahead and private message me and get a hold of me, and I'll answer it. I'm up usually at night anyway. So I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys. And let's go ahead and see if there's any questions out there. So just give me one moment. All right, so it doesn't look like there's any questions right now. So again, the next presentation, day 2, that I'm doing tomorrow is at 11 p.m. a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm going to talk about how to build a rapport without talking to somebody. You want to know how to do that. So tune in tomorrow, or you can go to valuetrainingwebinars.com and register. I'm going to send you everything that I'm going to talk about over the next 15 days. I'm going to do it every day, twice a day. I'm going to give you a presentation because I think this is very valuable here for you guys. So I appreciate you guys, love you guys, and remember that this right here is building a business, building a foundation for the rest of your business life. All right, you guys. Bye.